In the top story, this tension that has prevailed outside Tamil Nadu Chief Minister's residence now when students there attempted to lay siege at outside his house. Students there having reached the Chief Minister's residence earlier today, and this is once again in continuation of protest against the bus fare hike. The prices that have been hiked by about 10 to 30%. Students that have been the worst affected here in this. They have, of course, in this protest immediately having been detained by the police, several of them having been dragged out from outside the Chief Minister's residence. But meanwhile, students that are across Tamil Nadu that continue with this protest against the steep hike in bus fares. It has affected the state government. Students that hit the roads in protest, with more than 100 students that had gathered outside in the Coimbatore Government College as well to protest for the second day running. It is only further intensifying on ground with no further assurances that have come in from the state government. We have with us our correspondent Pramod giving us those inputs. Pramod, given the fact that the state is continuously turning a blind eye to those demands, irrespective of what the public is facing on ground.
Well, the state government has openly stated that there is no other way but have to increase the price to maintain transport sector's financial crisis. On the other hand, as you mentioned, there is protest all across Tamil Nadu. Yesterday, we saw like a protest in Salem, Tiruchi and Madurai, and today again protests have erupted in Coimbatore. The shocking part was like around 10 students gathered in front of the Chief Minister's house, and they went almost 500 meters to close to Chief Minister's house. That was like a dangerous breach of protocol, and that's where we could see a huge kind of like tussle that broke out in Greenways Road. Everybody, all these students claim for only one thing: you have to reduce the bus price hike. There is no possible way they can bear it. And as you mentioned, the most affected of all this stall seems to be the students. Even after the Tamil Nadu government has once again promised that like free passes and 50% concession would be given to the students still claim it is like very costly, and it is like very much affecting their lives.
Pramod, with respect to assurance, of course, none that have come from the state government, but there is the opposition there that is hitting out at the government, and with the actor Kamal Haasan starting his political journey, they are also very clearly wanting to define this as an anti-poor, anti-people's move by the state government.
Very much true. M.K. Stalin was the one who first spoke against this, claiming like this much amount of increase in such a short span, such a span without any kind of warning to the people will definitely affect the people, and he asked the Chief Minister personally to bring down the prices. However, it was Kamal Haasan who has given a different picture over here. Kamal Haasan is the one who is actually accusing the Chief Minister EPS government to be not a people-friendly government, and he has made it very clear through his statements where he claims that if the government was a people-friendly or the poor people-friendly government, it would have taken some other way of mode to like handle the crisis in the finance sector. But the Tamil Nadu government is not ready to listen to the people in the to the people appointed for this purpose alone, and that's the reason you could see this kind of like increase in the price taxes. And Tamil Nadu government did not like ask any expert opinion before that, and they have like played it in a diplomatic manner by releasing the releasing the statement first and then apologizing for it, which Kamal once again claims it to be a diplomacy.
Pramod, help us understand what are the affected people, the affected commuters here to go, given that the state government not listening into the demands, not accepting that this is without doubt a very steep, a 10 to 30% fare hike is going to pinch the pockets of many. This keeping in mind that you can't even knock at the doors of the High Court, with the High Court also saying that this is not something for the High Courts to look into and only for the states to decide.
Well, actually, the Tamil Nadu government has increased the price fare from 10 to 30%. This has occurred after 7 years, and they have done it in such a way that no warning was given to the people. That seems to be the preamble here. Because of this only, there is a lot of chaos. And when this matter went to the court, first they wanted the court, Madras High Court, to hear it as an emergency petition, for which they said no. Then what occurred is like after the plea was filed, Madras High Court time and again has said that it will not interfere with the administration of the government, and that's why it also stated once again that it cannot interfere with the price hike. But the Madras High Court has also directed the Tamil Nadu government that there is a lot of confusion prevailing, so it should the Tamil Nadu government should the transport sector especially should paste like a chart stating like what was the previous charge and what is the current charge, because many have also complained that the conductors are also not sure how much should be charged at what location, and at least to bring it down, the Madras High Court has also given this notification, but still it has made it very clear that it cannot interfere in administration of the Tamil Nadu government.
Pramod, many thanks for getting us those inputs. This, of course, at a time when protests on ground are only further intensifying there across the state.